we're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
I have a comprehensive anti-poverty plan that's going to put $1 billion in cash relief into the hands of the poorest New Yorkers, many of whom are undocumented. And I want to see to it that the 11% of New Yorkers right now who don't have bank accounts actually have access to financial services that won't gouge you, the way the check cashing fees and the money lenders and the pawn shop lenders and the remittance fees are taking $600 plus a year out of your hands. It should not be this expensive to be poor in New York City. I'm also starting an educational opportunity fund, $1,000 for any family with kids in public schools, an English language learner below the poverty line or has an IEP.
Thank you,
we
Mr.
can
Yang.
actually help make these people's lives better and more sustainable on the path to a good life here in New York City.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, you know I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have Andrew Yang back on the scene with the universal basic income. And guys, we know that's his job to push that agenda because we know they're going to be airdropping crypto. And then also we have the digital China Yuan, of course, the lottery I spoke about in today's video, $6 million airdrop free of charge to the people. Of course, right now they're doing a lottery. So in America, they're going to do the universal basic income. And then right behind it, they'll start moving into cryptocurrencies, airdropping that free money. So we see the two agendas. We see China doing the free lotteries. We see different states doing the universal basic income. But we know that end game is to give them that digital money. What David R3 stated. They get 3 to 6 months to spend that money or poof, it's gone. Same way in China. With the lottery money, you have different places where you only can shop. And this is how the digital currency is going to give the IMF, the central bank's total control. Because if you don't have any money, you're going to do as you're told, the same way our welfare system is in America. Then also, guys, we have the population. China's now allowing their people to have 3 kids. We know when it comes to a booming population, they know that their economy is about to move up, taking all those poor people and moving them to the middle class. Guys, if you have a business, make sure you are directing that to the emerging markets. We know that the New World Order is doing what? Causing a problem, waiting for the reaction, and running in with that solution. And that is cryptocurrencies. Because remember, when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
China's new central bank digital currency trial. The government handing out more than $6 million in digital wallets to residents in Beijing. It's using a lottery to distribute the cash. Selena Wang has been looking at the details on this for us. Not the first lottery-style handout, Selena, and we should make that point. But, of course, now we're very much focused on this in light of China's recent moves against other digital assets, tokens, currencies, like Bitcoin, for example. Just start by explaining the lottery handout and what the aim is here.
That's right. Well, Julia, China right now is the front runner in this global race to launch a central bank digital currency. And as it ramps up this development, we are seeing more and more of these trial run test projects in the form of these lotteries. Now, in this particular lottery, Beijing residents can use 2 banking apps to sign up and try and be one of the winners of some 200,000 red packets that each contain about $31 US. Now, this digital currency, however, can only be spent at designated merchants. As of April, however, the central bank authority said that there is no plan yet to launch this nationwide, though we are seeing more and more of these test projects. And we are seeing this expansion come quite aggressively, and these central bank authorities say that it could even be used for foreign athletes and visitors at the Beijing Winter Olympics. Now, some experts have said that China's digital currency could be used to increase the influence of the yuan on an international stage, to even eventually break the US dollar's dominance. But central bank authorities have pushed back against that, saying it's not trying to overthrow the US dollar dominance and that this is for domestic use. Julia?
Yeah, it's fascinating, though, isn't it? If you start to see countries like Iran, like Russia, like China, for example, all creating these central bank digital currencies, then it does to some degree undermine the prowess of the US dollar, whether you like it or not. Talk to me about the difference, though, and I think this is critical for our viewers to understand, the difference between a central bank creating a digital coin like this and some of the other coins that we're talking about on a daily basis right now, the likes of Bitcoin, Dogecoin, for example. And the terminology that we use is centralized or centralized currency versus decentralized currency. Just explain the difference for us, Selena.
Well, Julia, a digital yuan is very different from a cryptocurrency. It is a central bank digital currency. It is issued by the central bank. It is not decentralized. In fact, the entire approach of this central bank digital currency runs counter to the original intent of Bitcoin and some other digital currencies, in which the whole point is that no one person or organization can have complete control. Now, the digital yuan has raised significant privacy concerns, but Chinese authorities have said that this is a way to make transactions easier, more secure, and to help those who don't have access to bank accounts. But again, when I speak to experts, they say that this could potentially be enhancing China's central authority, and it would provide unprecedented access and information for the central authorities into where people are and how they're spending their money. Now, while China is already nearly cashless, it is different from what this digital yuan would be, since the cashless society in China right now is primarily being transacted on these privately run apps and platforms. So the big question moving forward is, how much is this going to strengthen Beijing's surveillance and control, not just of society, but also of the economy?
The government is pushing for a younger workforce to drive its booming economy. CNN's Scott McLean has more.
China is hoping that 3 is a lucky number for families in the world's most populous nation. On Monday, the government announced it will allow couples to have up to 3 children instead of the current limit of 2. The shift in policy comes after census data showed a sharp decline in births, a low of 10 million last year,